Today I got a package straight from the main Arduino warehouse, and it is a very sought after product. This is the product of the year. It is a prototype of the Arduino VENTUNO Q, which is the new monster from Arduino. Let's unbox it, shall we? So this is not going to be the final packaging. This is actually a prototype. Before you start commenting on things, this is a prototype. So let's open this anti-static bag. And here it is, the board that everyone is talking about. So the Arduino VENTUNO Q, it's a very powerful Linux computer which is designed to run edge AI applications. So it is an industrial board. You'll see there's a few features that make it ideal for industrial, but most of all, it's for robotics. It's going to be an amazing platform for robotics. This contains the DragonWing IQ8275 processor from Qualcomm. This is a CPU, it's got a GPU and also an NPU, which can actually get to a computing power of 40 dense TOPS. So it's quite powerful. It can really run fairly complex AI models locally. But in the classic Arduino fashion, this is actually coupled with the microcontroller. So you have a STM32H5F5, which is a microcontroller which also has specific capabilities for motor control. So if you're building something that's like robotic or industrial automation, so you can delegate to the microcontroller some very low-level tasks and then use the CPU, GPU, NPU combination to actually run complex software, AI models, computer vision. Talking about computer vision, one of the things that you notice here is that it has 3 inputs for 3 different cameras. So you can actually build quite complicated computer vision applications. Here there is the classic Arduino connector. If you want, you can actually use standard Arduino shields as long as they are 3.3 volts compatible. There is an M2 connector here. You can actually connect a drive, so you can go up to like 2 terabytes or something. So you can actually have a lot of local storage if you want to. The board has 16 gigabytes of RAM. Somebody was joking a while ago that this board has more RAM than the latest MacBook Neo from Apple. You can see that it can be powered through the classic jack, which is compatible with other boards from other manufacturers, but the real value is that you have these screw terminals where you can power the board at 24 volts. So if you're building some kind of industrial or robotic application, you probably have 24 volts. So this is going to make your life simpler. There is one CAN bus exposed here, but this board has other CAN buses that you can actually access. You have an Ethernet port, 2 USB-A receptacles, and then you have an HDMI and USB-C, which you can always use to power the board. Obviously, you have different programming connectors and one thing I forgot. You can even use Raspberry Pi hats. This also brings the Raspberry Pi connector to this format so that you can pick and choose and use whatever module you have available. On the back, you have the Arduino Uno Q high-density connector, JMix, JMedia, so you can actually use the carriers that are made for the Arduino Uno Q. Compatibility of what carrier works with the VENTUNO Q needs to be checked on the website. There is a new high-density connector which brings out a lot of signals. There's a Wi-Fi Bluetooth module, the DragonWing logo, and this is the STM32. Basically, this thing is a monster. It's super powerful, And I am going to attempt at turning it on and see what happens. The operating system that comes with this machine is Ubuntu. It's like standard Ubuntu. So I'm gonna grab an HDMI connector, plug it in here. I'm gonna connect it to my video capture device so that you can see. And now I'm going to look for a power supply. So I got a quite beefy power supply with a fairly thick USB-C connector so that we can see what's going on when I plug it in. You can see it does the same animation as the classic Arduino Uno Q. So this means the board is spinning up, fan is on. This has quite a big heatsink and a fan because this thing is a super capable platform. So when you push it, the processor is going to heat up. Also, right now in the south of Europe, it's insanely hot. So, you know, I would turn on a fan if I could myself. So I can see that I'm getting an Ubuntu screen. That's where I have to acknowledge that this device is preloaded with the Ubuntu operating system. And now we get a desktop and AppLab opens. The one thing that I can tell you compared to the Arduino Uno Q is that this is fast. The desktop environment is an actual Ubuntu desktop environment and it's fast. It's not one of your classic super small Linux machine. This thing is quite powerful. So I'm connecting it to the network so that it can update itself. Okay, now it's connected. It's looking for updates. I mean, this was just a quick unboxing. I'm gonna show you later what's actually going onto the screen. Right now, it's just amazing to see some of the same desktop environment we got on the Uno Q running super fast on the VENTUNO Q. I'm looking forward trying out the different AI models that are available. So for now, we're gonna wrap it up. And then in the next part, I'm gonna show you what's actually coming out on the screen.